we are back with another one. Okay, I just thought I would, zhuzh up the intro of this one. I don't know which part of the world you're watching this from, Mara in Saudi. Winter in April. Let's make cinnabons. Dumela Mbappe. My name is Sulgadi Sarna, the chef Mushala. Let's get it. So, icing sugar at this point, we just want to help the yeast to bloom. So, icing sugar, any sugar will do. Lukewarm milk and 90 to 10 grams of yeast, which in baking terms comes up to 3 proper baking teaspoons of yeast. All right, so you're gonna mix this up, set it aside to bloom. You're gonna see as soon as it's nice and bloomy. Quick definition of blooming yeast: it just means feeding the yeast so that it can activate your flour and all the ingredients so it can do whatever it needs to do. That's it. You're gonna set it aside and then bring it back once it's bloomed. Crack 2 eggs, mix that up, and then you're going to add your first cup of flour. At this point, we're still using the spatula, the rubber spatula, because the mixture is still very messy, and so I'm adding the rest of the icing sugar. The correct measurements are going to be in the description below. Okay, so I'm mixing everything together, and then I'm gonna go with my first cup of flour. So I prefer to use bread flour because sure, they're desserts, but it's bread. They must be chewy, that chewy consistency of bread. So I'm going with the second cup of flour, and then I'm going to mix this. And then I'm going to add the third one and the fourth. Just as it gets to the right consistency, I'm going to move the dough over to the workstation and knead the dough. Okay, yeah, sure, I added whatever amount of flour that I needed, and then make sure that you bring everything together. The ingredients must get to marry one another. They're in a relationship, pal, in community of property. We're making cinnabons. So I'm going to move this over to the worktop so I can knead the dough properly. So on here, I'm using the first method. Well, you can use whichever method you want to knead your dough with. So that was the slip and fold. This is the rolling method that mimics the stand mixer, what the stand mixer does to the dough while it's inside. So I just do that. It's easier for me. And then put the dough back in its bowl. There's a livened dough. You don't need to smear the bowl with oil. It's going to come off, trust me. So over here it has doubled in size. You can't really see because you're looking at it from the bird's eye. I can see that it has doubled in size. So I'm going to flour the worktop, plonk the dough on there, and then start working with it. On here is just sugar and cinnamon. Because I'm a lover of things, I can never just leave it here. You can leave it here and that's it. But because I'm a lover of things, I added 3 tablespoons of melted butter and a cup of white chocolate buttons, just for vibes, because I like things. Okay, so on here I'm shaping the dough properly so that it resembles a rectangle. And it's easy for me to then roll out. And then just giving it a bit of shape, helping it out. Now I'm using the roller because I shaped it into the shape that I wanted. Guys, no rolling pin can ever be submerged in water. You don't submerge a rolling pin in water in your sink. You wipe it with a damp cloth. Then your rolling pin is going to last forever. Sorry, that was a quick culinary lecturer in me sneaks out sometimes. So, like I said, cinnamon, sugar, a cup of white chocolate buttons, and 3 tablespoons of melted butter. It gives you that smudge that's in there. And then I smeared it like just smeared it all around the dough. And then I divided the dough, as you can see here. So listen, watch, and do. That's how you're going to get your proper recipe. Wait, Brika. Quick definition of, so they proofed. The right word is proofed. It means you left them to sit, to rest, and puff up. So puffed up, aka proofed. Please, I'm teaching here. Pay attention. A bit of egg wash. So they puffed up, as you can see. And then now I'm just, egg washing them. And then I'm going to put them in the oven. Pape, I know this might look intimidating, but really it's really, watch, listen, and read the ingredients in the description below, and you should be sharp.